Welcome to Saturday Sports Extra. On the way, DuQuoin squares off with Nashville to get into the river-to-river driver's seat. Plus, Danica Patrick makes her NASCAR debut. But we start with SIU basketball. The Salukis hosting Evansville today, and it was the Dogs bench that came up all aces today. Salukis currently 9th in the MVC and trying to snap a 2-game losing skid. Let's take you to early action. Salukis going inside to their big guy, Gene Teague, with the lay-in. He had 6 of the team's first 8 points. And then later in the half, Dogs in transition. John Freeman with a coming-out party today, including the finish here. SIU up 18-13. Meanwhile, Kendall Brown-Searles heating up from outside. Knocks down the triple. SIU still up 5 in this game, but the Purple Aces staying close. James Harzma taking it to the 10, cuts it to 3 late in the half. Then Tony Freeman with the 3 ball to answer. Dogs up 35-29 at the half. And in the second half then, Brown-Searles going to find Nate Mitchell inside. He takes it up. Lead was up to 11. And then later, Anthony Booker scored 6 straight for the Salukis, pushing the lead to 15. The jumper here. Evansville, though, going to cut it to 7. But Kevin Dillard, KD, going to hit from downtown. Then the icing on the cake later in the half. John Freeman to Brown-Searles. Back to Freeman for the finish. Dogs roll 80-64.
We got a pretty scrappy bench when we're in there defensively, and I think we move at a faster pace than the starters do. I think the bench did a great job of stepping up and taking the challenge that we had today.
Coach told me whenever I come in, value my minutes, and that's what I did. I got comfortable and just played basketball.
So the Dogs get 36 points from their bench and in the process snap a 2-game losing streak. John Freeman a career high 15 points to pace the Salukis. And up next, Drake on Tuesday in Des Moines. Well, 18th ranked Northern Iowa on the road against Bradley today could clinch the MVC title with a win. Panthers were up 9 at the half, but Braves coming back. Andrew Warren dropping the tough 3. Bradley grabs the lead 39-37. Couple of possessions later, Nashville product Lucas O'Rear answering inside, pulls Northern Iowa within 2. But Chris Roberts extending the lead later for the Braves. Here, the hoop and the harm, and Bradley going to stun Northern Iowa 68-59 the final. Well, other MVC scores today, Illinois State 67, Creighton 63. Meanwhile, Indiana State 76 over Drake, who had 66. John A. Logan men, meanwhile, beat 5th-ranked Wabash Valley, improving to 21-4 rather. And the Logan women win 78-51. And former Saluki coach Matt Painter and 6th-ranked Purdue taking on Iowa earlier today. Boilermakers and Jawan Johnston out to a fast start. Johnston perfecting the pick and roll and gets fouled 27-15. Purdue was up. Then later in the half, off the steal, Etwan Moore with the throwdown. Boilermakers have won 7 straight. They win big today, 63-40. And in the SEC, Kentucky and Tennessee just wrapping things up. The Wildcats going to win that game 73-62. Well, let's take you to some NASCAR. Danica Patrick making her NASCAR debut today in the Nationwide Series at Daytona International Speedway. But not the way she wanted to start things. Patrick in the green car here ended up in a 12-car wreck after she was about halfway through the race. Patrick did avoid a wreck earlier in the race and was hovering around the top 20 before a car slammed into the wall. The Daytona 500 starts tomorrow. Well, final day of the MVC Swimming and Diving Championships at the SIU Rec Center. Salukis in 3rd entering the day, but trailed Illinois State by just 15 points. You're looking at footage of the 400 free relay where the Salukis team of Tova Gasparovich, Kirsten Groom, Marcella Teixeira, and Therese Matson captured bronze. Missouri State takes the team title meanwhile, while SIU finishes 3rd and breaks the school record in the 4x400 meter relay. And college softball today, SIU dominated 25th ranked UMass 12-2. They lose their 2nd game of the day to Florida International 10-6. And state finals Saturday in high school girls bowling. Herrin trying to improve on their 11th place position. The Tigers finished the season 11th in state, 966 pins behind Collinsville, who captured 1st, and individually Christy Galdoni was the high scorer for Herrin with a 12th place showing. Well, now let's take you to some high school basketball. Big game tonight between DuQuoin and Nashville. An Indians win would pit them in the river-to-river Mississippi driver's seat, while a loss would give Nashville and Pinckneyville a shot at a share of the conference crown. Let's go to the highlights. DuQuoin's Logan Schneider here with the bucket off the glass. And then later in this game, a little bit later, it's Marcus Clary driving, gets the bucket as well. But Nashville's Sam Brown, maybe small, but working hard down low, inside for two. It comes tough, but he gets it to fall. Nashville would then add a three-pointer here. And then later in this game, Jamar Reed ending the third quarter with this hoop inside. DuQuoin wins in a battle, 46-40. Well, other Mississippi scores from today, AJ and Chester squaring off. We don't have a final from that one. Meanwhile, Sparta taking on Pinckneyville. The Panthers a 24-point winner. And in the river-to-river, Ohio scores Harrisburg by 8 over Benton. Massac County edges Herrin at 75-74. And at the Waltonville shootout, state-ranked Madison playing the host Spartans. Madison goes ahead 54-51 with about 30 seconds left in this game. And then Skylar Witches, then with time winding down, knocks down the three from downtown to send this game into overtime. And in OT, it's going to be Madison winning 64-60 over Waltonville. Well, other scores from the Waltonville shootout, Cairo over New Athens 55-41, and Goreville 74-56 over Edwards County. And other high school scores from today in the Black Diamond Duels, Trico dominates Carmi-White County tonight. Sesser-Valier, meanwhile, 48, Hamco 43. Eldorado by 9 over Zeigler-Royalton in the BDD. We do not have a final from the Carterville game, but Christopher does fall to Johnston City tonight. Oh, we do have a final, actually. Christopher, as I just said, falls to Johnston City 51-44. Vienna, a big winner over Elverado 63-38. And South Egyptian and Century squaring off, and it was, or in the South Egyptian Conference rather, Century by 10 over Joppa. And in non-conference play today, Carbondale falls to Lincoln, as we mentioned in non-conference play. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight here on Saturday Sports Extra. We hope you've joined us back here tomorrow. I'll be back here at 5. Don't forget Daytona and the NBA All-Star Game. Until then, have a great weekend.